Okay, so the final step that we need to do to launch these rockets is to actually put these on the launch pad. What I want to point out here is that each model, whoops, there goes the Star Trooper, but each model has has some sort of device that keeps it on the rod, on the launch rod, until it builds up enough speed or momentum to actually let the fins do all the stabilizing. And so you will see on the Star Trooper a straw, or on the Mini Mosquito, the same thing. You'll see a straw-like thing. That is what goes onto the launch rod. On the Firehawk and the Bandito, you'll actually just see two little loops, and those are the things that will go onto the launch rod. Okay, so since the Firehawk is the one I have an engine inside, let's actually get that and put that on the launch pad. So I want to take off this would be the one time that you want to take off the safety cap for the launch rod, and then I'm just going to take those two loops and lace the launch rod through it, and then I'm going to let this fall. And what I have done here at the very bottom, and let me actually pull this up so that you can see it closer. So what I've done here is I've actually put a piece of tape on the rod about 4 to 6 inches above the blast plate. And the reason I do that is because it will actually prevent the rocket from going all the way down on the launch rod. I don't want the starter anywhere near the blast pad, because if the wires come in contact with the blast pad, which is metal, then I could potentially create a short circuit and we will not have a launch. So this piece of tape is absolutely necessary. So you'll have to put that on there before. Well, I suppose you could put it on there afterward. It'd just be more difficult. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to take the ignition switch, which is this guy right here. So the ignition switch, first thing I need to do is I need to make sure that this little safety key is out, which it is. It's not. It belongs in a little hole here, but it should only be in there when everything is ready to launch and you're ready to do your countdown. If you're not ready to do a countdown and launch, this safety key should always be out. Check to make sure that it's out before you do any hooking up, because you will see a long red wire that comes around here and then on the other end are two clips. Each of these clips goes onto one of the wires on the starter. So let's see if I can do this while holding the camera here. So I am going to make sure that these clips face away from each other. Okay. And it's also best to make sure that the clips go perpendicular to make sure the clips go perpendicular to the wire. Okay, so that is clip number 1 on there, just like that. And then clip number 2, I want to come in from the other side as best I can. And this is hard to do with just one hand, especially with a rocket moving. So let me try this. Let me put this other clip on here. Come on. Okay, not quite ideal. I would actually like these to be further apart. Something like this and that. But the good thing is that these things are not touching. I definitely do not want them to touch. All right, and they should not be touching the blast plate, so they're definitely not touching the blast plate, so that's good. All right, so this is the point where we would close the launch area. So everybody have to get 15 feet away. And then the procedure after that would be to insert the safety key into this little pin. And when you do that, and if there's a battery in here, which there's not right now, this red light will light up. That little light will light up. If that lights up, you are ready for launch, and you should say launch area hot. That will tell everybody you're ready to begin a countdown and everything is live. Okay, then you'll do a countdown from 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And when you get to 0, you want to hold the pin down, the safety key down, and press the button and hold it down. Don't just press it and hold it down until you have liftoff. Okay? If you hold it down for 4 seconds and the rocket does not lift off, we have a misfire, and there will be procedures for handling a misfire. Okay, so that is how we are going to launch our rockets, and we're going to see if these make it to the altitude that we predicted. All right, engineering students, I look forward to seeing you on the field, and let's have a successful and safe launch. Bye.